so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome to the Touring Modified Series right here in Sava, Pennsylvania's Lernerville Speedway for what is round 2 of the season. Coming off the dirt track at Charlotte last week, looking forward to how these drivers tackle the only track here on the iRacing.com service on the dirt side of things without the wall in the turns. No wall in 1 and 2 down the back stretch all the way through 3 and 4. The front stretch has got a wall, however, but that is the only grace that is stopping these drivers from driving off the edge of the racetrack. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Wheeler with you for the call here as we get set for heat race number 1. We are looking at, I believe, 3 heat races on the program for tonight. Let's go through quickly here. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat number 1, starting on pole. In car number 6 from Texas, it's going to be Tommy Jordan to the outside of the front row. In car number 2, position number 2 is going to be CJ Howe. Second row inside, car number 66, position number 3, that'll be Nick Clinkenbeard on his outside. In car number 32 from the Mid-South, that'll position 4, Tanner Russell. Then we go back to your third and final row here in heat race number 1, the Touring Modified Series, round number 2, position number 5, in car number 8, Robert Chapman on his outside, Cale Westover. In car number 15, we'll start position number 6. 3 heat races, I believe we're looking at as we get set. Heat number 1, the field lining up behind the iRacing.com pace truck. And welcome everybody here to Ultimate Dirt TV live across Facebook and YouTube. And at the moment, we're about to have we've got two simultaneous broadcasts going on. I believe we've got the 360 Sprint Car Series. We got Wesley Outland on the call for that one, and not too far, in about probably 10 or 15 minutes time, Stephen McMillian and Chris Nunn on the call as we get set for the Touring Modified Series. So plenty of action every Tuesday night right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. A pair of 2s on the front row. Tommy Jordan on the inside. CJ Howe on the outside, heat number 1. We're about to go green. 8 laps to distance. We're underway. Round number 2. We go into turn number 1 and 2. 2 cars off the racetrack. Man, that was synchronized there. Here comes Clinkenbeard. He was very fast last week at the dirt track at Charlotte for the opening round. And he will officially lead lap number 1. Clinkenbeard right on the bottom side into turn number 1 and 2. Tommy Jordan back there in second position. Your original pole sitter looks to the bottom side into turn number 3 and 4. Slides to the middle on the exit on the front stretch. And here comes a 15. Cale Westover. 2 laps in the books of heat race number 1. Still 6 circuits remaining around Lernerville Speedway. It's all Nick Clinkenbeard at the moment And he has got a good stranglehold on this field. Meanwhile, battle is about to ensure for third position as Robert Chapman was looking to the inside there in the 14 machine on car Westover in car 15. Half a second gap between the two drivers out in front. Nick Clinkenbeard, Tommy Jordan, here he comes again. That's Robert Chapman working the bottom side in car number 14. CJ Howell, the driver that drove off the edge of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, along with Tanner Russell. Tanner Russell was pretty quick last week as well. They both went off the racetrack in 1 and 2. But still out in front at the moment here at the Lernerville Speedway. It is Nick Clinkenbeard, your race leader. Tommy Jordan back there in second position, making his way through turn number 3 and 4. This time by at the stripe, 2 to run for Nick Clinkenbeard. He has got an 8/10 of a second lead over Tommy Jordan back there in second in car number 2. Meanwhile, into turn number 3 and 4. Fix Setup Racing, I believe this is. Clinkenbeard greets the white flag from Barney, the R-Racing flagman, down into turn number 1 and 2. Clinkenbeard just 2 more turns away to make it and start on pole in tonight's feature event. Off for turn number 4, here he is, past the start finish line, past the speed camera here on the front stretch. Nick Clinkenbeard will get the win. Second will go to Tommy Jordan, Carl Westover in third. CJ Howell comes home in position number 4. Fifth position, in fact, Robert Chapman in 4th, CJ Howell back there in 5th. And Tanner Russell going to round out the 6-car field in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, let's take a look at how they line up here with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the Touring Modified Series, round number 2 here at the Lernerville Speedway. Ryan Feller in car number 64, going to start on pole. Connor Newborn from Texas in car 36 will start position at number 2. From Texas as well in car number 20, Kevin McNatt will start position number 3. Pennsylvania's own Jake Esther in car 17 will start position number 4. Then we go back to another Texan, Jacob Smith in car 88 lines up at a position number 5. And following on, making it 4 out of the 6 drivers from Texas here in heat race number 2, Dustin Hennigan in car 16, going to start position number 6. Here we go. So look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 2. There we go, back live, just the 2 heat races. In fact, I did call that the 3 heats were going to happen. Can confirm that it is just 2 heat races here. So what should be somewhat of a quick night. All drivers going to make our 30-lap main event. We might even have it possibly a B main as well, just to get the drivers that don't automatically transfer from the heat and get them lined up. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we're going to have a warm-up session as well. Green flag is out. Newborn, Esther now looking McNatt up on the inside. They'll make it 3 wide out of turn number 2. Connor Newborn leads Ryan Feller in car 64. McNatt now in third position. Got Jacob Smith. There's battling with Jake Esther. Lap number 1 goes to Connor Newborn in car number 36. Here he comes, Ryan Feller up on the inside. Car number 64 down the back straight away. Just a car length between your first and second place drivers at the moment. Make that half a car length. Newborn got some pressure there, but Newborn got a good run on the exit of turn number 4. McNatt starting to close in there on Jacob Smith. Meanwhile, Smith throws a slide jumper there on Jake Esther, and Jake Esther for the PA Posse representing the hometown here in Sava, Pennsylvania. He's moved back into that 4th position right now. But again, the battle is ensuing for second and first. There goes McNatt. Got all sorts of crossed up. Jacob Smith caught him, and Dustin Hennigan in the 16 goes on by. Meanwhile, Ryan Feller not letting Connor Newborn get away from him down into 1 and 2. Halfway home. 3/10 of a second. Separated by now what is 2 car lengths down into turn number 3 and 4. Connor Newborn has just got this 36 machine hooked up right in the middle of the racetrack right now. Just 3 laps left to run. Newborn continues to lead from Ryan Feller in car 64. The two drivers that started on the front row, they run first and second, although they started in opposite positions. Connor Mewborn started on the outside of the front row, and so far he has not looked back. What is not looking back right now is Ryan Feller, because he needs to catch up to Connor Mewborn if he's going to have a chance to start on the outside of the front row in tonight's feature event. Speaking of that, we've got 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 2. Final heat of the night, down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. Here he comes off for turn number 4, the 36. Connor Mewborn gonna win heat race number 2. Ryan Feller home in second. Jake Esther grabs position number 3. Jacob Smith in 4th. Dustin Hennigan rounds out the top 5, and Kevin McNatt, he will come home in position number 6. So yes, we do have what is a 4-car B main, and again, this will line up the final 2 rows. Quickly take a look here at those heat race number 2 results for you. Just to confirm, Connor Mewborn getting the win ahead of Ryan Feller, Jake Esther and Jacob Smith. Now those drivers, now although everybody does make the main event, the top 4 drivers have already automatically locked themselves in. And again, a B main for 2 drivers from heat number 2, Dustin Hennigan, Kevin McNatt. We've also got CJ Howell and Tanner Russell. But before we take a look at how that all works out, let's take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid very quickly. Starting on pole in car number 2, that's CJ Howell on the outside of the front row. Dustin Hennigan in car number 16 from Texas. Tanner Russell, car number 32, going to start position number 3. Kevin McNatt will start position number 4. And again, just a reminder that these 4 drivers, they will make the show. However, we've just got to run a B main just to get the finishing order. And how they finish is how they will line up rows 5 and 6 in tonight's 30-lap main event. Looking forward to it. No doubt we're going to see some cars probably drive off the racetrack, and it is very easy to do, let me tell you. Modifieds. Touring Modified Series round number 2 here at the Lernerville Speedway. B main about to launch into action. Green flag is out. 10 laps on the board. We already go 3 wide down the front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. McNatt looking for the race lead. Russell looks to the inside. CJ Howell, look out. 3 cars come together. 3 cars off the racetrack. And Dustin Hennigan rubs his fingers together and says, thank you very much. He'll take the lead there on lap number 1. Tanner Russell in the 32 machine in second position right now. Typical of Kevin McNatt, just to drive through CJ Howell. No wonder you're banned from so many leagues. Yellow flag is out. What a good way to represent your sponsors. So caution flag going to come out behind the R Racing flagman. Going to wave the yellow. Good old Peter, the pace truck driver. So hopefully we don't see any retaliation here from CJ Howell, because I would hate to give him the same treatment as what I just gave the driver of the number 15 machine. So caution laps not going to count here at Lernerville. Drivers getting 2 to green signal here in the Touring Modified Series. Of course, round number 2 here from the Lernerville Speedway. Next week will be round number 3, and then we'll take a week off before we go back to round number 4, which will be, I believe, at Lanier. Now, that was scheduled for the 11th of August. However, I'm not going to be around that day, so what that means is that we are going to take that week off and push everything back just a few moments' time. Looks like lights are out on the pace truck. Here we go. Back to green flag action, this time by green flag is out. McNatt, well, he's done. Side by side through 1 and 2. Russell on the outside now looks for the lead from Dustin Hennigan. Oh, look out, Tanner Russell off the edge of the racetrack. Won't be the only time we see that tonight from some drivers. Again, like I said, very, very easy to do. And here comes CJ Howe to the inside. Slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Hennigan back to his inside. Good crossover move down the back straight away. Hennigan going to throw this somewhat of a mini slider back there on CJ Howe, but CJ Howe comes back to the inside. Look out, Howe gets a little crossed up, but as does Dustin Hennigan. Dustin Hennigan now will fall in line behind the number 2 machine. Then you go back to Tanner Russell, who drove off the racetrack. And again, these drivers practicing a bit of social distancing right now. CJ Howe halfway home, 5 down, 5 to run. Touring Modified Series, your B main. Three to run down the back straight away. CJ Howe, Dustin Hennigan, and Tanner Russell, the 32 machinist, sorry, in position number 3. Two to go for the driver, the number 2 machine, CJ Howe. Looking for a B main win here. We'll look to start position number 9 in tonight's main event. Checkered flag about to come out here. Here it is off of turn 4. CJ Howe gets the win. We are just going to take a quick break here. Back in just a second.
On behalf of the World Thunder iRacing League, Daniel Passmore, BJ Duvall, and myself, Stephen McMillan, we want to thank the people working the front lines to serve our hospitals, our grocery stores, gas stations, first responders, and military personnel. Remember, it will take every one of us to get through this pandemic. Continue practicing social distancing, and together we'll get through this. God bless each and every one of you. And we hope you will tune in every Sunday night for the DirtFan.com iRacing series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
All right, welcome back here to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Touring Modified Series. Now, to apologise, did not have the sponsors for the series rotating down on the bottom of the screen. We've got that figured up. We've got that fixed up. Again, apologies to the wonderful sponsors behind the scenes that are supporting the Touring Modified Series right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We get set for round number 2 here at the Lernerville Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Once again, Brett Wheeler with you for the call here in the virtual Sava, Pennsylvania, Lernerville Speedway. Live across Facebook and YouTube tonight. Again, if you haven't done so already, hit that like and follow button on our Facebook page. And if you're watching, don't forget, check out our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/ultimatedirttv and hit that subscribe button. Of course, it is free, of course, all free to watch right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Eric, I have no idea. I am just the broadcaster at the moment, but here we go. let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Tell you what, just for the 11 drivers, let's go from the back to the front. Starting position number 11, driving car number 32 from the Mid-South, that'll be Tanner Russell. Outside your fifth row from Texas in car number 16, Dustin Hennigan will start position number 10. On his inside from the Mid-South in car number 2, position number 9, your B-main winner, C.J. Howe, will start on the inside of Dustin Hennigan. The drivers that automatically made the show from the heat races top 4, finishing 4th. In heat number 2, out of position number 8 from Texas, it'll be Jacob Smith on his inside. Another Texan from, in car number 8 from position number 7, that'll be Robert Chapman. Pennsylvania's own and the only driver from the PA posse here tonight in car number 17, Jake Esther, will start position at number 6. Lining up out of position number 5 in car number 15, that'll be Kyle Westover. Outside your second row in car number 64, he's looking good through his heat race. Ryan Feller will start on the outside of row number 2 on his inside from Texas in car number 2 as well, Tommy Jordan. And your front row for tonight's 30-lap main event on the outside of the front row, car number 36, that is Connor Mewborn and Nick Clinkenbeard in car number 66. Going to start on pole. Here we go. The Touring Modified Series main event is about to go green. It's time to get dirty for 30 here at Lernerville as we are underway. As we go 2 and 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Mewborn on the outside of Clinkenbeard. They drag race down into 3 and 4. Mewborn on the outside, the 36. Clinkenbeard looks to slide up. And it's going to be Nick Clinkenbeard who will lead lap number 1. Here comes Mewborn back to the inside. Look at Kyle Westover in the 15 machine. Behind Connor Mewborn in that number 36 machine. Slide jump coming as there's some contact. Was definitely not clear on the slider there in turn number 1 and 2. And now Clinkenbeard as Westover's right there. Man, there is a gaggle of cars. They check up and, well, it is all happening in turn number 1 and 2. Clinkenbeard all over the back of Kyle Westover down through turn number 1 and 2. Westover through the middle, he'll slide to the top side now to turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Clinkenbeard stays low all the way around this tight little racetrack here in Lernerville. I mean, it's tight, but it is wide in some parts as well. Clinkenbeard catches the grass, but not going to do anything there on that one in turn number 1 and 2. Fella back there in 4th. The battle is on for position number 5, Tommy Jordan in the number 2 machine, and here comes Tanner Russell. Tanner Russell now, he's up to position 5 from the 11 starting position. Started dead last. He can only go forward in this main event, and that's exactly what he's done. He's moved up to position 5. Meanwhile, Clinkenbeard again catching up and closing in on the gap there. The 15 machine, that is Kyle Westover. Westover doing a nice job in position number 3. Meanwhile, Connor Mewborn out in front by what is 7/10 of a second down into turn number 1 and 2. You're watching Westover in the 15 trying to fend off a challenge here from Nick Clinkenbeard again. He got a good run out of turn 2 and down the back straight on the front straightaway now. That will complete lap number 8 of 30, and so far all under the green flag conditions. Here he comes again. Clinkenbeard gets a run down the back straightaway, side by side into 3 and 4. A little bit of contact, not too much, nothing to upset either one of those race cars. Clinkenbeard had second at the start-finish line just by nose. He'll get a little crossed up into turn number 1 and 2. That allows Westover back to the outside. Another good drag race down into 3 and 4. 1/3 of the race distance complete here in this 30-lap main event, and it has all been Connor Mewborn for the second time tonight on the outside of the front row. He done it in the heat race, and now he's doing it in tonight's main event. 11 laps in, 19 to run. We go back and take a look at Tanner Russell and Tommy Jordan. This is your battle for 5th and 6th. Meanwhile, Clinkenbeard and Westover still continuing to fight it out for 2nd and 3rd. Clinkenbeard trying the bottom side again through 3 and 4. These drivers happy, just running right through the middle of the slick line, starting to develop on the entry into turn number 1 and 2. So you've really got to set yourself up for the bottom side. I'm surprised that nobody has taken their modified upstairs and tried to dance with the devil on the top side. Clink and Beard once again in Westover. Yellow here on lap number 14 for the first time tonight. Oh no, a couple of cars in what looks to be car number 2 here of CJ Howe. Take a look at the Wicked Cushion instant replay for the first time tonight. Let's find out what happened. Oh, Tommy Jordan. That is CJ Howe. But it was Tommy Jordan who just got a little crossed up there in turn number 3 and 4 and was collected by CJ Howe. We'll slow this down and right in front of our billboard camera here, right in front of us here on the exit of turn 4. The cameraman here doing a fantastic job. He saves it, he saves it. He done very, very well. But you can see just a little contact that is about to happen right there. CJ Howe. And in fact, Jacob Smith had his own little issue there, but there was the contact from the number 2 on the 2. So that brings out the caution for the first time tonight. First time in tonight's main event, and it's taken us 14 laps. So it looks like we are counting laps towards the number of cautions. So essentially we've only lost 3 laps of racing. Not too bad. Drivers get up into rows of 2 by 2 once again. Now who's on the outside of the second row? It looks like that's going to be Ryan Feller going to move up into that position. Connor Mewborn and Cale Westover. Nick Clinkenbeard, Ryan Feller, Tommy Jordan, Tanner Russell. That's your front 3 rows. Chapman, Hennigan, Smith, Howe and Esther. All drivers still on the racetrack. Green flag is out, 13 to run. Clinkenbeard and Westover, once again, they'll do battle for the final positions on the podium, 2nd and 3rd. Clinkenbeard slides up in front of Westover. Westover crosses back underneath. This time it's going to be Clinkenbeard who's going to have the advantage down into 1 and 2. Westover slides up, going straight to the cushion, goes the 66th of Nick Clinkenbeard. Another good drag race down into 3 and 4 for 2nd and 3rd. Now here comes Ryan Feller, the 64 machine, trying to throw his hat into the mix again, trying to get into the podium down into 1 and 2. Clinkenbeard has it. And now closing the gap. 3.5 tenths of a second. Make that 3 tenths of a second through turn number 3 and 4. 10 laps left to run. 2/3 of the race distance complete. And right now, it is far from over. You see the live intervals as it happens right now. Mewborn, 3, 4 tenths, back to 3, down to 2. Man, Clinkenbeard is really closing the gap on your race leader of Connor Mewborn. Can Clinkenbeard, can he get the win here in week number 2 at Lernerville? Tries to cut it to the inside. We stay focused on the battle for 1st and 2nd. He's got to find a way around the outside of the 36 machine. When does he try and pull the trigger for the slide job? Here it comes. He got to run down into turn number 3 and 4, but Mewborn, he shut the door down into turn number 3. Clinkenbeard all over the back of him like a rush. There will be just 6 laps left to run, this time by past the stripe, past the start-finish line out of turn number 4. Less than a heat race distance left in this one. A dash race distance if you would call it. Cale Westover holding off Ryan Feller for that 3rd and 4th position now. There's the distance, just 4 seconds separating your top 9 drivers. We've got a handful of laps to run. Still watching this battle on for the race lead. Connor Mewborn in the 36, Nick Clinkenbeard in the 66. Surely the time is now. Load the trigger up and pull the gun for the slide job. Or get upstairs and just try and rip the lip and just pray to God that you're going to stick it up on the top side. Here he goes. He now goes to the top side. Clinkerman looking to get a run out of turn number 4. Now looks maybe coming back to the inside. I thought that might have been an opportunity there, but he just caught the front stretch wall. Now Westover all over the back right now of Clinkerman. He just falls out of shot for just a moment. 2 to run. Lap number 28 is complete. The popsicle sticks around, and can Connor Newborn, can he hold on for a massive win here at Lernerville? Clinkerman, oh, those right side tyres were off the racetrack down the back stretch and took away some momentum. And now Westover, the white flag is out, your top 3 on screen. Who's it going to be through turn number 1 and 2? Newborn will lead down the back stretch. Here comes Clinkerman. Does he try one final time? You know he's gonna. He might as well. He pulls the trigger out of turn number 4. Connor Newborn will win tonight's second round in the main event. And the Touring Modified Series is complete. And Connor Newborn is going to victory lane. What a race. Connor Newborn. He hangs on. He does enough to get the win. Now, bear with us for just a second because we are hopefully, as I type away, hopefully we are going to chat to the drivers here on the podium. But man, oh man, what a race and what a finish we had here at Lernerville. Just the one yellow. We know we've got our second place driver just waiting on Connor Newborn and Cale Westover. Tell you what, let's bring in the driver here that comes home in second position here tonight. And let's go back to our Wicked Cushion Instant Replay just so we've got enough here to go back and just show you the slow-mo from the great racing, from the action we had here. Oh, we're just having a few technical issues here. We're just trying to go back to a couple of laps before the main event. Here we go. All right. And in fact, let's bring in the driver that comes home in second place tonight in car number 66. It's Nick Clinkenbeard. Nick, well, congratulations, buddy, on this second place finish here tonight, man. You really threw everything, including the kitchen sink at Connor, but unfortunately you come up one spot shy here of a main event victory, but still a good run. Nick, got a copy?
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, buddy, you really threw everything, including the kitchen sink at Connor there for that win, but you come up one spot shy. That was a hell of a drive.
Yeah, appreciate it. We had a pretty good car. We got shuffled back to third on that restart, but had a pretty good car, and I felt like if I'd have went to the top a lap sooner, probably could have had him.
I noticed on the second last lap going down the back stretch, you got those right side tyres off the edge of the racetrack. How much did that affect your momentum in trying to sort of make your way and make those final moves there coming up to the final lap?
Yeah, we got the right side tires off, and I lost a lot of speed there. He got out about 2 car lengths. It is what it is, but just what happens when you're trying to run hard.
All right, Nick, well, look, congratulations on a second place finish here at the Lernerville Speedway, the Touring Modified Series. Before we let you go, buddy, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff, now's the time to thank those people that help you.
Well, I'd like to thank my wife first and foremost. She made fun of me last weekend for not thanking her, so yeah, I'll just thank her this week.
All right, buddy, well, look, congratulations on the second place finish, and who knows, maybe next week you'll be one spot higher up on this podium.
That's the goal. Appreciate it.
There we go, Nick Clinkenbeard there, home in second place. Now, I believe we have our winner, just to confirm that this is Connor Newborn. Connor, is that you?
Yes, sir, it's me.
Figured as much. Right. Hey, buddy, congratulations on this victory. Man, you were just You were dominating on that outside of those front rows for both the heat races and that feature event. But that feature event with the one yellow, you got out to a little bit of a lead there. But with that yellow, it bunches everybody up. How much did that get into the mindset of you trying to get those final probably 13, 14 laps in?
Man, before that caution came out, I felt really good. I was just hitting it perfect. But I was doing the same thing after the caution came out. And it's just like he was running a different line or something, or I was messing up. But it really didn't seem like I was messing up. So, I don't know. I felt like I was really good. Just if he had a couple more laps, I think he could have got me.
Now, notice you didn't really change your line all that much throughout that feature event. I guess if it isn't broken, don't fix it. And you really had that middle groove working around this Lernerville Speedway.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like changing lines because, I mean, I was not really dominating, but I was, holding the lead in the middle. Track was really weird tonight. It's usually right around the top or right around the bottom. I rarely see it in the middle of the racetrack, but yeah.
Now, those final couple laps, were you sort of watching him in your mirror where he was running, or were you watching your relative, or were you sort of just trying to focus on your own race? Talk us through those last couple of laps.
Man, just completely after the caution came out, I mean, I was getting really pressured because, I mean, he was really on me, Before the caution came out, I had a pretty good lead on him, but those last couple of laps got me pretty pressured because I knew I was doing something wrong there.
All right, Connor, well, look, you find the top step of the podium. You get the win here in round number 2 of the Touring Modified Series here at the Lernerville Speedway. Before we let you go, we'll throw the mic back to you one final time. Sponsor shouts. Now's the time to thank those people that help you on this race car.
Man, I need to thank Phil Hadaway at Hadaway Towing Collision, Justin Whitehead at Outlaw Race Cars, Neil Kemp at Club 20, Best Engines, Chuck Priestley, my dad and mom, of course, and everybody that helps out on the real race car anyways.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Connor Mewborn, home in first place tonight, your winner from the Lernerville Speedway. And that is pretty much what you see on screen right now is what it was like for the entirety of what was those last sort of 10, 12, even 14 laps after that yellow come out. Just about at the halfway stage. That'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget, we've still got 2 other broadcasts going right now. We've got some sprint cars, and we've also got some UMP modifieds as well. I believe they're paying about $200 to win, but we are done here from Lernerville Speedway. The Touring Modified Series is complete. Of course, a big thanks to those sponsors down on the bottom of the screen for their support with the Touring Modified Series. Apologies again about not having them up during those heat races. That is completely on me. And again, apologies to those wonderful people that help out behind the scenes. Of course, a big thanks to the guys here at the Touring Modified Series. Again, next week, round number 3 before we take a week off. And that's on me. That's not on the drivers. And then we'll come back for another week. And then we take another week off. That's my surgery date. So that's on me again. But then after that, I believe we're just going to finish out the rest of the season. No more weeks off after that one. So looking forward to every Tuesday night here on Ultimate Dirt TV, right around 10:15 Eastern time here in the United States. Again, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to, of course, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, and Loud Pedal Productions. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell, good night, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye-bye for now.